Education does not mean teaching people what they do not know. It means teaching them to behave as they do not behave. A capacity, and taste, for reading, gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. Abraham Lincoln. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have no read. Abraham Lincoln. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. My mind is like a piece of steel, very hard to scratch anything on it and almost impossible after you get it there to rub it out. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. Abraham Lincoln. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. Abraham Lincoln. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. Abraham Lincoln. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Abraham Lincoln. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Abraham Lincoln. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. When I am getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself and what I am going to say and 2/3 about him and what he is going to say. Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. Whether it be true or not, I can say for one that I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men, by rendering myself worthy of their esteem. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. Upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. A capacity, and taste, for reading, gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. It is the key, or one of the keys, to the already solved problems. And not only so. It gives a relish, and facility, for successfully pursuing the, yet, unsolved ones. Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future, act now, without delay. Get books, sit yourself down anywhere, and go to reading them yourself. All I have learned, I learned from books.